Well, GoPro ate all my footage. I've taken this off, which is kind of frustrating. It wasn't too bad to get it off. Just use the big loader tractor underneath. Ideally, you'd have a long enough forks that you could go all the way across the span. I didn't quite have long enough. It worked. I just had one fork under this beam here, and then straps around this through the open window to the back plate on the pallet forks. It worked. This thing is pretty heavy, the cab, compared to the bunk, but my little handy dandy trolley thingy I made works, except I flattened all the tires, so I gotta get airing those up. So instead of having a real cool video about pulling the cab off, all I have is we'll take the hood off now. Ideally, you always want to be on the nut, but that's not really such a big deal right now. 5/8 head, 11/16 for the nut. It's gonna take off like a slingshot. There we go. I'm guessing it's probably a small, like a 1/2 inch or smaller back here. Yeah, that'll be half. Half and 7/16. For some reason this cable's still a little tight. I guess I'll just pick up a little more weight. Just a flathead screwdriver. Or maybe even this will work. Get that clip off. Not too bothered about finding that. That all gets replaced anyway. Yeah. Okay. So those 3 bolts are all part of the hood, and this part, the hinge here, is part of the truck. So I'm just trying to slide it up these bolts here. There. Got this one. I really can't come any higher. I can only back it up. Yep, that's perfect. I will take the tools out of here. tires on that little cart so I can roll it around. This is the truck that makes me money. That's the truck that costs me money. I've made my peace with that though. Alright, now we will. I don't even think for a tire that size we don't even have to leave this running. In here I have one of these. I bought this one miserable night in Nova Scotia about 3 years ago. I've never had to use it since. I've helped guys out with it. But what we do with this is we will hook it up on the glad hand for the parking brakes on the trailer. Like so. Pull this out. Push in the trailer knob. And that gives us our air. Bit of a slow process, and to fill an actual truck tire you'd have to leave the truck running all the time because it's going to use up quite a bit of air to fill up a tire. I like having my airlines set up that way. I don't have to crawl up to hook my airlines on the trailer because they just don't quite touch the deck plate. And then when I unhook, I always flip my airlines inside there. That way I never forget any. I pull them all, because if I don't, then they won't fit in there, right? So it's kind of a good fail safe. So I bought this. I was running out to Nova Scotia to load up some stalkers, and I ran through New Brunswick. I got pulled into a scale, the north end of New Brunswick there at Edmundston, and everything was fine there. Got down to oh, it's been years since I've been down there, wherever that town is right on the border there where the Irving is, right on the border. And I had about 12 hours before I had to leave and go load these stalkers, and did the walk around after I got parked, and I had 3 flat tires on the passenger side, which I must have cut in this in a construction zone. It had been torn up along the highway there in a few places and doing the back and forth and bridge repairs. And I must have hit something, but I sliced all 3 tires on the passenger side on the trailer. So called the nearest tire guy. He came out and we swapped around 4 different tires, put a whole new, the rear axle, we swapped everything around. We were out till after midnight in the freezing rain doing this. And got done. He's going through his tire box and he can't find his air chuck, so I ended up just going into the truck stop and buying this so we could go to bed. And he could go home, and I was tired. And remember, last thing I did that night was going freezing cold, so I went in to get a coffee, and when I got out to the truck I accidentally smashed my phone screen. So that was a fitting end to the day. So now I take it with me everywhere I go. I've got another thing I can show you that I like to have in a second here. Come around the tire, find the hole in the rim, run this through, and then hook it, you know, wherever works. Doesn't have to be too tight, just like that. And then you have a chain. It actually works pretty good in a pinch. And then the strap keeps it from scuffing your rim up. And then when you get out, or wherever you are, if you're stuck on ice or whatever, and it's too tight to get it off, just drive for a wee bit, like not down the road a wee bit, but like just drive along and they'll take the tension off again. Then you can pop them loose. You just drive a wee bit, then it's hunky dory. I'm gonna soak them in that WD-40 yet. Probably have to take the air horns off first, but we'll do that and see what we're up to next time. So thanks for watching.